Hey guys, what it is, it's yo girl Cadillac. I am coming through. Today is December the 10th. Um, First, let me introduce myself. My name is Cadillac Dixon. I am the Draw My Life prison wife. I am the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before it all fades to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. First, let me take this off my neck, because it's weighing my neck down. You wouldn't think keys would feel that bad around my neck, but it feels like I'm toting something like super heavy. And that's because my neck is like so messed up. Chiropractor did just call. They were trying to get me to do 3 chiropractic appointments in a row because I had missed the one. And I'm trying to hold out because I don't want to do that. Because I gotta save money. I can't afford 3 chiropractic appointments in a row. Though I do feel like I need to be there because like all this whole jaw area is tight, hands hurting from corporal tunnel. It is so sore, like in between here. And I just know I am truly finna be beat up this week because I work all week long shifts. Like they got us on some long shifts because it is the holiday week. So yeah, just doing a few of my stretches to, loosen up my hand muscles or whatever. But yeah, so what did I do this morning? Really, I half of the morning I did early because I didn't really go to sleep until 4 a.m. So yesterday we did take the kids to Universal to go see Grinchmas. My nephew and niece. Sorry for I'm popping my knuckles now to relieve them. But I took my niece and nephew to go see Grinchmas. They changed it, and it was really nice. It was really nice. It's not the same story, and it's not even in the same location as it usually is. Which we so it took a few hours. That took like 2 hours because you stand in the queue line for a while, and then they route you all the way from Islands of Adventure back in Seuss Landing all the way to almost in City Walk. You're basically in Blue Man Group. That's where they're doing the Grinchmas. But Araya, she was crazy, like bouncing around and stuff. I couldn't keep her still. She trying to go out in the aisle. I don't know if she was trying to go up there to get them characters or what. And then Juju, he was all into it and excited. So he wasn't a problem. He was able to sit on his seat. But that Araya, oh my gosh. And then after we got from Seuss Landing, we went and ate in what is it called? Burger Digs. We ate at Burger Digs. They have these huge, humongous hamburgers. Juju, of course, I want a hamburger and fries. So him and Araya, I was gonna let them split a kids meal, but I think the cashier actually sold me an adult meal because the burger's like this freaking big. And Juju's like, I just want fries. I don't want no burger. So spent all that money and the boy don't want the burger. Are you for real? Are you kidding me? He doesn't want the burger. So him and Araya, the Juju and Araya, they split the fries. Me and Kristen, we both got this big huge cheeseburger, and we ate. Then we went from Jurassic Park to Harry Potter, where we rode the train, the Harry Potter train, from Islands of Adventure to Universal. We were headed to Universal to watch the Macy's parade, but due to weather they did cancel the Macy's parade, so unfortunately we weren't able to see that. Kristen did want to see it though, but we were unable to. So that's about all. So after coming from the theme park, I have to ready my room because my dad is about to remodel my room. This is actually my childhood room, which is crazy because you always have that room at your parents' house. Though I have my own apartment, I always have my room where, when I come to my parents' house, I can, be comfortable in my own room. So he's about to start remodeling that. And I had, when I was moving my apartment, I had to move like abruptly, like quickly, not even enough time to do so. And I actually moved from the third floor apartment to another third floor apartment. So to move off the first third floor of condo, that one was a condo. It was really hard and difficult. I have issues like I'm physically like I have physical issues which make it very hard for me to move up and down them stairs, up and down them stairs, up and down them stairs. Then I work all the time, and at that time when I was moving, I was in school. And I think it was around some type of finals or something. So it was very difficult to move. Oh, it was during summer. And summer is the worst time, like in school, because it's so condensed and it was hard for me to meet all those deadlines, plus trying to move. So I had to plan my move like over a month in advance, like moving little by little to a storage unit. And then even while doing that, I didn't quite hit my deadline. And then it was boom, it's time to get out. So when it's time to get out, I have to move everything like quickly, quickly, quickly. So I moved some stuff to my room at my dad's house. Um, and then other stuff went into the storage. Okay, so when I got my new apartment on the third floor again, so move all that stuff from the storage back up to the third floor. So for a while, I kept, I wanted to get rid of the storage because the storage is costly now. They're not cheap. Like they're almost like renting, it feels like renting a room for some stuff. So I had to clear that storage out and I could no longer, I didn't get it within the first month so that it'd be free. So then I was like, by next month, I'm gonna get it out. And then the next month comes so quickly. And finally, it was like, no, I got to get this out, which Marcello actually orchestrated me getting all the stuff out the apartment. I mean, out the storage into the apartment because he called everybody he knew that can come help me and was like, get over there and help Kita. Like, I tried to do it myself and he knows I'm going to try to do it myself. I'm not going to ask for help. So it got down to the point where it had to be out. And he called everybody he knew to get it, out. So we got all the stuff from the storage, but I didn't get all that stuff that I moved to that room to the apartment. I just kind of settled in and it stayed there all packed up. So now that my dad is coming in there to remodel, I have to get it out. So now we're down to another deadline of having to pack and go through this stuff. And because I'm tired of moving my stuff place to place to place to place. No place feels like home. No place feels like home. No place feels like home because my man ain't home. No place feels like home. So anyway, I got to empty that room out so he can remodel it. That is the room that I grew up in. I did have a big room in the back, which is my sister's room. But when I moved out in my first apartment, they gave the room, my big room, to Kristen, my sister Kristen. And I had the little small room, like on and off. Like we always kind of, it's hard to stay away from my parents' house because my own apartment doesn't feel like home because Marcello's not there. So it always, I don't know, we floated back and forth always. So he's gonna remodel that where since I spend a lot of time at our house, I spend time at the apartment, but I spend most of my time, a lot of my time at the house. I gotta take care of my sister, my disabled sister. Like she can't shower if nobody's helping her shower. I spend a lot of time with her because I don't want her to just feel cooped up in her room like Brandy sitting up in my room. Like, girl, let's get out. Let's go somewhere. So that's the situation with that. Crazy. And I'm 40. May I remind y'all, this a 40-year-old living this crazy life. Like by 40, you're supposed to be settled down, like settled in somewhere. Crazy. Okay, so I stayed up to 4 a.m. going through that stuff. And then I went to sleep and I got back up at 10 a.m. So that's about 6 hours sleep. And I went back to my task of clearing out that room. I was rewatching all my Vlogmases. Like, girl, I am truly a mess, and I know y'all see that. But that's kind of what I wanted to portray, my real self, not something that, I try to hide or something that I try to polish over. In my regular YouTube videos, you may not realize the extent of how crazy my life is, but through Vlogmas, I guess you'll see, because I haven't really hid too much from you guys during Vlogmas, or edit too much out for you guys. So I did that, and then I honestly think I have ADHD. I'm gonna be honest with you, because, and I probably need to go to a doctor to be fully like diagnosed with it. I know I have anxiety, I have depression, I have, but the depression is not always. Sometimes it's like an underlining depression, but then I go into deep, dark depressions, which I have not, grace of God, been there since 2009. But anxiety, depression, and I honestly think I have ADHD. Like when I see all the symptoms of ADHD, like in adults, like most likely I had it during childhood, but just was never diagnosed. But I honestly, like, I don't have, like, if I'm doing something too long, you notice how I'm all over the place. I'm here, there. Like, I cannot. And if I'm here, I'm thinking about there, the next thing I have to do. My mind is not here where I'm at. And then when I get there, my mind is not there where I'm at. It's thinking about the next thing. I try to lay down at night. I can't go to sleep because I'm having all these thoughts. Oh, tomorrow I gotta do this, and this. Then I'm thinking about this, and this. Like, my thoughts are all over the place. I cannot turn my mind off for a second. Like, I get no freedom from my mind at all. It's always going, always playing, always. And I don't have a long attention span. So if I'm doing a task and the task is starting to, like, if it's not a task that gets done like this, I quickly, like, if I continue doing the task, I lose motivation and I'm like barely moving, barely doing this, barely doing that. I have to literally stop my mind, go focus on something else, and then come back to it, and I can have that energy again. So that's the problem with the room. It's like it has to be done, but my mind cannot focus in on just doing this freaking room. Like, I have to do other things. So I ended up taking a break. Marcello did call and he was like, "Are you ready to do our, little song battle?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not really ready." So I ended up saying, "Let me get ready because I don't want him to call again and I'm not ready because we keep putting this off. And this week during work, I'm not going to have time to do this song battle with him." So I went in and I'm like, okay, let me think what I need to do. So I got my little playlist up on my computer. And then I needed something because I'm like, am I going to record it live in the room? But then how are they going to hear the music? And my iPhone is so broken and I keep rigging it up to work. He can't hear me. Like, he can barely hear through the phone. So I'm like, how is that going to work? So I'm like, then that means I need to really be in the car so that he can hear me through Bluetooth, through the speaker. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm in the car. So what's gonna hold up the camera? Because I usually prop it up on, a jacket that I have. This old jacket. I usually prop it up on my dashboard on that jacket. But I'm like, that never works. So I'm thinking that when he calls, I'm gonna run out to the car really quickly. I'm not gonna be able to prop it up that fast. So I constructed this little device thing that's holding my phone now, and I love it. I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like, but and I'll link it in the description box, or you'll see it in my next vlogmas of me building this little contraption. But it works so awesome, and it's holding my phone good in the angle that I want it, girl. So I did that. And then I'm like, okay, wiping off my little dashboard, getting everything ready, getting the stuff out the back seat that these kids had. So it's not on camera. And then I looked at my car. I'm like, oh, my car is such a freaking mess. Like, if you're not constantly wiping everything on your car and constantly washing your car is going to look like, ugh. And I'm not doing that because, girl, I don't have the time. And I've been putting off going. I kept saying we need to go by the car wash and, make it simple, but I never end up making it by the car wash either, girl. Like, when can I live? Like, at what moment can I live? I don't know. So I'm like, okay, so the worst part of my car is the front two wheels. They look horrible. So I just literally just now washed only the front two wheels of my car. So it's really nice outside. The weather's nice today. It's cool, breezy. It's kind of dark and overcast. So it feels like that's gonna be great weather to go walk. So I'm gonna go walk and wait on Marcello to call so we can do this song battle. So that's pretty much it for now. I guess the rest of my day will be just going through that room, study, clearing through it. Of course, I needed to get to my portfolio looking like that ish ain't gonna happen like ever. I need to get to my portfolio. Like, I need to get that in order. But I also need to get this room done. So you see, I have this one day. What has to be done in this day? Like, getting the room done is gonna have to take precedence over doing my portfolio. And then the whole rest of this week, they got us working long AF shifts. So already working a long shift like that, I'm going to be tired as a dog when I get off. And then beyond being tired, it's not going to be the time to devote to that. So I don't know. I don't know how to balance. I used to be such a freaking superwoman. Like, when I was raising our daughter alone and in school and rapping and doing this and doing that, and I was such a freaking superwoman. But it now feels like I cannot even maintain all that anymore. I don't know why. I used to do it by never sleeping, like getting 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep. But now my body's older, and even though I try to stay up, I just can't. Like, girl, it's like change. I need change now, like right now. If I don't get change now or very soon, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Honestly, like, being honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I see a literal like breakdown. I really see that, like, maybe a midlife crisis thing happening if it doesn't change soon. But anyways, let me go walk. Marcello will be calling soon, and it's about time for me to eat again because I literally just ate breakfast at like 1 o'clock, but I'm still kind of hungry, so I'm gonna find me something to eat. Probably find me some ice cream, girl, because I feel depressed a little bit, and not no like deep depression, but I kind of feel down, and I'm fighting those feelings. So, girl, ain't nothing better than fighting them down feelings than going to get you some ice cream. So I may go to Twisty Treat. I don't want to fool with McDonald's and their ice cream. Chick-fil-A. No, I want, if I'm gonna eat an ice cream, girl, I always say, if you eating calories or you eating fatness, girl, that thing need to taste good. If you sacrificing them calories, girl, it gotta taste good. That's what make you angry when you eating something that you ain't got no business eating, but it don't taste good. Like, really? Are you for real? I could have saved those calories for something that really hit the spot. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Hiss your girl Cadillac.